with another Kamihime project video. Now, this one's going to be a little bit different because I had to record my voice off my phone and record footage from my computer, so it may not be lined up. Also, it may sound a little bit weird because I had one of my teeth extracted, and that's kind of making me talk a little bit weird. Anyways, getting on to the main reason why I wanted to try and do this video at least. There is quite a few things going on that is very big, very important. First and foremost, we did get this gacha right here, this Reminiscence Bloom gacha. This is the Corrupt Hime banner, basically. These two are very, very powerful, and you do have a method to get petty on them no matter what if you really want to. So you can do that. Also, the new characters added is really just Fluidity, and I do believe they'll put Shamash in there after a week or two. And they are the Kamihime project, the KHP original characters that would have been in the High School DxD collab, but we're not getting the collab, so we just get the characters. We even get a skin for Paracelsus right here. So those are the only ones we can really get, though, because they didn't get the license for the DxD collab, so unfortunately we don't get the collab. We do get free temples right here, so there's that. I don't want Festival because the Thunder Oni is in the game. The Thunder Oni is actually very, very strong if you can get your hands on her. She is basically the Thunder Catastrophe add-on, but much, much better. Summon effect, main effect, they both surpass it. So that will put your Catastrophe add-on in the sub slots if you do happen to get her and you already have a Catastrophe add-on, because Catastrophes give you elemental attack if they're final limit break and in subs. But you may have noticed that there's this voting thing right here, this magic jewels. You can ignore that because the jewel vote thing, you're probably going to be using your jewels for these other gachas right here. So there's that. Because the Thunder 40 isn't bad really, but you could still kind of skip her. But the Reminiscence Bloom, do not skip this if you care about light or dark. Do not. Now, why am I mentioning the thing about pity? Well, anybody that's seen the events has already gotten a good idea of this. You got a popularity poll thing, you can vote on that. It's something we had before. Just vote on it and maybe get some free stuff. I don't know full details on it, but it's definitely far from the highlight right now. Or the Demon God, you can go get another weapon brick. But notice that we have Tower Malice again. That's because they brought it back. All 6 elements. They brought it back. And it's only for this short time. When you go in, you'll notice that you get 50 keys instead of 25. I've already cleared this. But you get 50 keys instead of 25. You also, when you go in and do an attempt, get unlimited uses on a character. It's supposed to be unlimited, but if the count goes down, it's still fine because honestly, you get 255 as it's marked anyways. But that is still more than enough to use whatever team you want, however many times you want, in each tower. Try to do elemental advantage though, because the main thing is what you see right here is the attained tower medal. That is a perfect run, meaning 1 turn or less per floor, and you've done all 3 missions. Main reason I'm pointing this out is because of the fact that the turn bonus makes up about 2,500 of the medals. You want to try and average at least 15,000 per tower, because this is a huge, huge thing they have right here. Don't even worry about anything other trades, but what you're seeing is true. 9,800 star coins from 2 of these trades. There is no limit on these trades either. If you have gotten at least 15,000 medals per tower, you can do this 3 times. That means that is almost $300 worth of star coins for free. I've already done 2 of this trade right here. This S Soul release set. I do believe that's better than the other one because the other ones only give you 1 extra eye. You still get a crap ton of materials and Adonors from the Soul release set. But if you are curious about the Kamihime Awakening thing, the Saintly Providence, it's a break limit item for Kamihime that prevents you from using your materials. It's not that great. Arcanum of the Universe is like 300,000 experience points. those aren't that great. It's really just 3 Dragonic Eyes. You're trying to really get the extra Dragonic Eye from this one. But my personal opinion, the SCAT Soul release set is actually better overall. Get you way more stuff. But you should only be using your tower medals on these star coin things first and foremost. So you do get a lot of keys, you get a lot of shots that zip and do the missions, you get a lot of medals from all this stuff. If you have at least a Guardian level grid or better, or even just the elaborate weapons across your entire grid from Ultimate Raid, you should be able to do enough a tower to get at least 2 of these trades, maybe even all 3. That's why I cannot stress it enough. This is my opinion, the best thing any gacha game has pretty much done, because they basically let you get $300 worth of premium currency for free if you can do it right. And then to go a step further too, you can still go back and get like some of this stuff back here too with the excess. Because if you perfect clear every single tower, you get 90,000, you get 99,000, so you can actually get like some more magic jewels or even some gacha tickets. I do believe they were. So keep that in mind. But also going into things a little bit further, you know that there's this Paracelsus skin right here. That's from the missions. So if you go into your mission tab, you can buy this pass. My suggestion to you: use at least 6,000 of those medals for this purchase pass 1 and 2 combo, because it will give you magic jewels if you clear all 30 levels of the premium pass, and that is 8,000. So you turn your 6,000 into 8,000 essentially. Do that. Don't get this one. It's not a profit if you get them separately. You got to get it together. So keep that in mind. And then on top of that, too, the event, you can get some extra stuff right here. Me, I went through, cleared my dailies. I cleared some of the weeklies because I still got some more I can't really do. I mean, I can do the raid ones just over time. I can do the material quests if I really want to. You can't really get the daily missions until logins. But yeah, it's that good. And also for the corrupt Hime too, I have to point this one thing out because I do have Angra. I did manage to pull her. I didn't pull Frey yet, but they have the same mechanic like the heavily awakened characters, where you got the sports skill where it's basically a very very massive effect. The thing is though, they have a token system. The corrupt Hime, they have a token system, so you can't really use their abilities without enough tokens. There are ones that you get once per turn, twice per turn, multiple times per turn. But the main thing is this one right here. The fourth ability, you can use it more than once per fight, unlike the heavily awakening Hime. So that's very good. In her case, she does a nuke that basically rivals Beethoven's red sheets. Like if you get max stacks of red on Beethoven, she can basically match that, which is kind of insane. But you'll probably be using her for more of the red ability cast because she's 7 abilities in one turn. 80 if you somehow get this fourth one off. But she's 7 abilities in one turn without any resets. So yeah. But you gotta learn how to use her too. And then she got a very nice passive that basically just blocks all damage outside of like some raids, like the malicious raids and above. But yeah, that's why I'm mentioning this, because you can get pity on that banner to get either her or Frey, and you might get the other one along the way. I definitely did, but it doesn't mean that you will. But you still should get at least one of them. Or you could go and actually do what I did as well and get because I already saved up jewels for it, so I got paid regardless. But there was a miracle ticket right here. Well, not even a miracle ticket. It was a machine beast gotcha that gives you a random machine beast add-on. You can do that. You can save your star coins for later, where you get to pick one whenever. You can get this miracle ticket and probably get a decent character from it as well. I know Osiris is a high priority target for that for anybody doing the white team, because you do want Osiris and a 10 to go with Angra, and hopefully you got Sam already. If you don't, then you'll have another shot at getting Sam later down the line. But even then, it's really really good. It's really really strong. Like this team is insane. But yeah, I've been having some luck as well. So my little random did indeed get me this, which is first generation Machine Beast. And why am I pointing that out? When you put them in sub slots, they get the same effect as the Catastrophe Idolins and the free to play Guardian Idolins, only a little bit smaller. But it does stack. So put them in your sub slots and get that extra grid boost. So this is looking like it's going to be insanely strong. Even if I don't get white, if I don't get the white Oni later, this is still a huge lineup of Idolins I just racked up. So yeah, there's that. But yeah. Anyways, that's all for this. But I had to really point out that tower. Do the tower as quickly as you can. You get like a little bit over 2 weeks to do it, but do that tower. Me personally, I ended up doing 4 of the towers before this video. I still have the Thunder one because my wind team and my water team don't have too many elaborate focus teammates, so that's going to be a little bit rough trying to get high clear counts. I'm not perfect clearing those, but yeah, do the best you can on that. You get more than enough tower keys per tower because it is per tower. You notice I got 50 for that fire tower, but I've already used up keys here. Like I got 50 on this one, but I already used up keys here for this one right here. So again, 30,000 gets you a trade for that 9,800 star coins, and that is premium currency. You normally have to spend money for it. So that does give you access to some of the better stuff here. And also, if somebody does want to spend more, hey, guess what? They got unreleased tickets in the freaking thing too, which is very huge. The unreleased gotcha tickets. This one's a limited unreleased as well. So that, in my opinion, makes those worth as well. If you actually do spend money, you have to buy them with Nutaku Gold though, because you get the star coins with the Nutaku Gold. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I played over 60 gotcha games. If you've seen my 2,500 subscriber video, my thank you video for that, you've seen a lot of them shown in that. This is probably the best. Like this is probably the most generous thing they've done on premium currency in any gotcha game I've seen to give just flat out up to $300 worth in one shot. That's nuts. That's very nuts. But anyways, that's all for this. I'm going to get back to finishing off the towers because I only got 2 more. But again, do that. Do that. Do that. Get your star coins. Get your star coins. And if you happen to need materials, if you happen to need materials in order to get some S-Class souls, and do that because they carry some of the materials you need is for all of the S-Class souls. They specifically target the S1s for that, so you get a free S1 unlock period point blank from each of those. So newer players can definitely catch up, but even the older players, if you're still unlocking souls, some of those materials you do need for the S3. So get those. And my suggestion, get those. Anyways, like I said, that's all for this. More will come soon. And one last thing I gotta mention, I've been doing a VTuber fanfiction type thing called Inner Web. It's a sequel to Inner Play, which I've already done. That was mainly focused on Necrolina. Please check that out because I just started doing chapters on the sequel Inner Web, and I've already done previews. I've already done videos. I'm even able to use music for that thing, like free music. They got actual themes and all that. Even though it's basically written like a light novel, I tried to make it kind of anime-ish in that light novel. So yeah, please check that out because there's a lot of VTuber names in there like Amalie, who is Multiverse Monarch. She's going to be a main character in that. Battle the Whale, Spite. I don't know how many know VTubers like Neko Mickey, Rosie Belmu, Aqua, Kitsunero, Milky Mew. Even some lesser known ones like Aware Stacia, who I really like. I like Pine Baby. I like Arundel. Necrolina's still the main character. Like out of the main cast, she's still the main focus. But it's taking all their VTuber wars and mixing them in there, along with 2 of my OC characters as well. One of them actually is like the channel icon I got. I actually did make that one, like a character generator, and then it ended up being they even got Live 2D for that as well from the site I use it from. So I could even animate it myself and make it a VTuber if I really wanted to. But yeah, that's the whole thing though. So I guess the VTuber fan fiction. Basically, all of us are YouTubers. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, please check that out. I'm putting a lot of work and effort in that. I do want a lot of people to see that. People on Reddit have actually kind of liked it, from what I can tell. So the VTuber Reddit did like it. But yeah, there's that. But anyways, that's all for this. More will come soon, and take care.